Mike, the entrepreneur mentor. And I want to express my appreciation for allowing me to at least share my testimonies with a couple of people. I may not be here for everybody. It could just be one person. All right. And I'll go as fast as I can. But I usually start with this. When I speak to people, I ask first, who are you? That's the first question I ask. Who are you? You see, some people ask, why are you doing this business? Why are you doing this business? I began to think, people will answer that question, why I'm doing this business is to make money, is to do this, is to do that. But I kept on wondering, why is it that people say they want to make money and there's a business that will make them money, but 2 months down the line, they quit? What happened? Was it that they started making so much money where they were before and they stopped? But I always check. Some of them even go below what they used to be when they started this business. After they quit, they go back to where they used to be or below. So was it that they weren't sure what they wanted? No, they were sure. So what was the problem? Because it kept on happening. 2016, in fact, ever since I started the journey of network marketing, it has always been like that. People will come with all exuberance. I want to make money, primarily. For some people, I want to help others. I want to help. I want to make money. But then down the line, a couple of months down the line, they quit. Now, I'm repeating myself so that this will sink in. It was a bother for me for a long time. And then when they stop, you would have thought that, oh, they're not better off. But unfortunately, they aren't. In fact, they just settled. When I say better off, I mean better off than what you were before you started the business. Not going back to what you were, but better off. And most of them aren't. Now, through a lot of observations and then years of meeting a lot of people, coming with the same comments, I found out one thing. I'm going to share that with you before I leave. And that alone is the only thing, only secret, only that can make a man or woman succeed in life, in whatever they do. Just one thing. And you might ask me, what is that? Well, let me just share my own simple testimony. Until I understood this particular thing I'm talking about, every other thing was useless for me. Permit me to share my screen and just go through this very quickly. And you have to pardon me. I'm more or less like a teacher, so sometimes I veer off. But anytime I veer off, it's for a reason. So you have to stay with me. I mean, the person speaking to you has not always been like this. I know some of you may have seen this in my picture before, some of you may have not. But yes, that's me. And I used to hate this picture. That was when eventually poverty crept up into my life. I wasn't born in a poor background or poor family. My background was a very average one, but I lost my father when I was in my final year. And when I lost my father, that was when the real meaning of the word poverty started glaring in my face. I started struggling. All the promises that my father gave me that when I finished school, he was going to hook me up in this place to work here, to work there. There was no father to do that again. So it was pretty much on my own. And my father left me with my mother and my 5 brothers to take care of. And how was I going to do that? And it was a struggle. But then, after service, I got a job. But then the job wasn't really, it was okay for a single person, but I was always thinking about what next. That's me. I was always thinking about what next. But then I knew that the salary I was getting wouldn't be enough for a family, to raise a family, to have a beautiful life the way I want. I love big things. I love really lovely things, the trappings of life. But then, how do I get that? I began to try my hands into, in several things, working without purpose of agenda. I was just working as whatever comes and I'll try. Whatever comes, I'll try. Just to make extra money, just to see if I could, lift myself up and lift my family up. Until in 2011, I made the worst mistake of my life. And then life is about mistakes, but the mistakes we make, we're supposed to learn from it. And unfortunately, 2011, we're supposed to raise 1 million youth for Goodluck Jonathan's campaign. And my friend's uncle was the chairman of that project. And he, said, guy, let's do this together. And when I entered, I found out that that project, what we needed for that project to be done was 150 million. But what was quoted for PDP was 650 million. And if we use 100 million, maximum 150 million to execute it, meaning that the remaining 500 million is left for 6 of us to share. And I was part of it, and I was so excited. I said, my goodness, so finally I go hammer for this life. Hi, God, you're fantastic. But I still wasn't sure because the Goodluck hadn't endorsed the project. Then, we went through Goodluck's mother at the villa, that's the chairman, and gave the man audience because, Goodluck's mother facilitated it, and then he had audience with Goodluck and he endorsed it. Came to the office on the Friday, showed us this. I was flabbergasted. I was, what's the word now? Ecstatic. Finally, this thing has been endorsed. And then on Sunday, I went for Thanksgiving. I mean, what else do you need? President has endorsed the project. He just told us to go to the campaign chairman to release the funds. Do you know what 500 million is to be shared among 6 people? In the church on that Sunday, I was looking at all the fine women I know in church. I say, Uju, no, I cannot marry Uju. She's too wayward. Oh, this one, she's better, but she's Yoruba. Okay, Nkechi, I don't know. I began to marry in my head because when money comes, a man begins to think beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, right there and then in church, I moved my apartment from where I was squatting with a friend to Meitama in my head. I bought a brand new Camry. I could remember vividly while we were singing praises to the Lord, the angels were ministering the kind of cars I will buy in the church. 500 million. Then I left there on Monday. I went to tender my resignation from the place I was working at the time to focus on this full time. At least let us deliver so that we can justify the 500 million we're going to share. And we went to the campaign chairman and PDP office here in Abuja. A lot of other people who came with other projects were there. We couldn't get to meet him. They were always in a meeting. First day, second day, third day. Eventually, somebody asked us, who do you people want to see? We're always at the corridor. Hundreds of people trooping in and out. And it was at that time I understood there are protocols to life. You see, while we were standing, people were carrying Ghana Must Go from inside the main meeting room that they usually are around 12, 1, 2. They will be carrying Ghana Must Go, boom, Ghana Must Go, heavy Ghana Must Go. Until one day, there was one of the guys that was rushing and they always in a hurry. He was rushing to leave the door. He hit the door and the zipper opened. And I saw the content of this Ghana Must Go. Ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't naira, it wasn't dollar, it was pounds. They were moving money. In my very before, I told our chairman, sir, it is money these people are carrying. He said, I know. I said, this money go finish you. He started laughing. That we need to see this thing. They are giving off. One man now asked us who we wanted to see. We said it's the campaign chairman. He said, no, we can't see him like that. He's very difficult to see, but we can go through his PA. We went to his PA, discussed, and said, what is the challenge? We showed him the project, and then he said, if Oga has endorsed this, there's no problem. In 2 days, the money will come out. That we should just wire 20 million into his account, and he will facilitate this immediately. Right there and then we said, we don't have 20 million. Our chairman said, look, we have stretched ourselves thin, and you give us the benefit of the doubt. Facilitate this money to come out in 2 days. Out of the 650 million, we give you 20 million, please, sir. He said it doesn't work like that in Nigerian politics, please, that he doesn't know who we are. If the money is released, we can disappear. So let's go and do the needful. The chairman gathered us together and said, everybody, oh yeah, based on your capacity, this is how much you're going to bring. My own was 3 million. Where would I get 3 million at the time? Who would give it to me? But again, another thing I learned was where there's a will, there's a way, right? Now I began to call everybody I knew, collecting 100,000 here, 200,000 here. Now I am not proud of what I was saying at the time, but I had to say something. In fact, I told them I'm going to pay you back in 2 weeks. Remember, this man said that he's going to make the money come out in 2 days, right? So I was telling them I'm going to pay you back in 2 weeks. Based on what I was telling them, God forgive me though. I know he has forgiven me, but I had to say something. So people are giving me 100,000 naira, 200,000 naira here. One of my uncles gave me 800,000 naira. I got that 3 million in less than a week. Ladies and gentlemen, when you make up your mind to do something, you get it done. The only reason you have not done anything is because you've not made up your mind. Now, stay with me now, stay with me. Now, in that, because I can't be part of 500 million if I don't contribute my own quota. No, it doesn't happen anywhere. So I had to make sure that that 3 million was gotten. I gathered all this money, dropped my own quota, everything, the whole 20 million was gathered in a week, 2 days. And this PA said, let me do my own thing. Guess what? 2 days later, nothing happened. 2 weeks later, nothing happened. Excuse me, 2 months later, nothing happened. Elections came and went, no money was disbursed. We went back to this man, perplexed, dejected, annoyed, and our chairman said, please, we waited all the posting and posting, this thing that didn't happen. At least, please, can you refund back the 20 million since you didn't do your own part? This man began to say that it's because we came late. This one, no problem. He's going to return the money. From that day to today, that his phone has entered into an eternal voicemail. Will you arrest such a man? No, there was no contract signed. Now, here's the deal. The deal was, look at me standing, and all of a sudden like this, boom, I became a debtor of 3 million. Just like this, a debtor of 3 million with no iota of an idea of how to get the money to pay back. The most depressing period of my life. And that was how my journey into abject desperation started. People I was owing 2 months had passed. I said 2 weeks. They couldn't take it anymore. Some of them started gathering in batches and they will arrest me, take me to one police station. When after begging, I'll come out, another set of people will come to where I was squatting with my friend, arrest me again to another police station. It happened 3 times until the 4th time that at this particular station, the first one I was taken to, this set of people I was owing, because you see, it's better to owe one person than to owe several people. Now, stay with me because I might be speaking to someone here, but it's not, what I found out eventually is not that I needed money. I'm going to tell you what I found out. Now, guess what? In that police station, the first one, they say, but we know this boy now. Is he still owing you people? They say, yes. They say, well, this cannot be solved like this. Okay, does he have a job? Now, I eventually got a job after becoming serious in church. You know, my friend, one of my friends, a lady friend told me, what you're going through, I was always depressed. What you're going through, you need to give your life to Christ again, no? I said, I think you're correct. Because she said, if you give your life to Christ, all things have passed away and all things will become new. So if I do give my life to Christ, all things will pass away, including the people I'm owing, so that my life will become new. So I had to give my life to Christ again and became serious in church as a worker. Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you a question? Is that not when the thing would get worse? Because the people who are owing you will not come and be meeting your pastor and say, this your church worker is owing us. You see, why I'm saying all this is to make a point. And that point is there are ways that seemeth right unto a man, but the end is destruction thereof. There are ways that we are thinking this is the best way to go make money, but we don't know that we're creating a destructive end for our financial destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, in that same church, while I became serious as a worker, I became serious, but then it was still a problem. I couldn't solve out my financial issues. And guess what? I got a job. God blessed me, had mercy on my soul. I got a job. The job wasn't so much. It wasn't even paying me as much as my previous job was, but then at least it was able to keep my body and soul together. That was the job that the police guy said, okay, every salary that is coming from this job, I must use to offset what I was owing. Guys, I worked for 12 months. I didn't touch my salary. They opened a unified account where all my salary will be going to until it becomes bulk, and they will collect the money and pay the people I was owing, no matter how much. 1 year, that's 12 months. I couldn't pay out 3 million. Now, that was how terrible that period was for me. I, at some point, decided to end it all. I couldn't afford to tell my mom. What if I did tell her and she has heart attack and dies? I can't live with that conscience. And I had to end it. But then that was when God also began to tell me that you're passing through a wilderness. And it was very vivid. He asked, who are you? Very vivid. Who are you? That answer is the secret to success in life. So I'm going to ask that question to you guys. Kamsi, I don't know your full name, but Kamsi, who are you? If I'm your offer, can you tell me who you are? Quickly, on the comment section, very quickly, we don't have time. Kamsi and Ifeanyi Ofo, these two people in particular, I don't know who you guys are, it's just a random select. So I just want to prove it, tell you guys something that is powerful today. If that's the only thing you can get, you don't need money. Kamsi, who are you? Just put it in the comment section, Kamsi. Ifeanyi Ofo, who are you? Two of you. Quickly. You don't need to write an episode or an episode. Just who are you, Kamsi? I'm nothing but pencil in the hand of the Creator. I am a work in progress. Okay, Ifeanyi, what about you? I'm a child of God. All right, good. Now, Kamsi, you're a pencil, right? Okay, Kamsi, would you say that you're living in abundance? Ifeanyi, same thing. Would you say you're living in abundance? Would you say that? Be honest, all right, be honest. Kamsi and Ifeanyi, quickly, make that fast. Would you say you are living a life of abundance? You're living, Kamsi said, no, I'm not far from abundance. No, I'm not far from abundance, all right? Ifeanyi, what about you? Since Kamsi is not far, okay, Ifeanyi, okay, you're not living in abundance. But Ifeanyi, how come you're a child of God, but you're not living in abundance? Kamsi, how come you're a pencil in God's hand and you're not living in abundance? Watch this. I'm going to destroy the secret for maximum success here, for once and for all. That thing that makes people to start this business and 2 months down the line, they quit. I'm going to share it with you. Kamsi says, my time is coming. Kamsi, that time will come now, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, fast forward from then to 2016. When I answered that question, who are you? Everything about my life changed. Everything. It started changing from here, then it started trickling down to the pocket. Then it started manifesting. Watch this. In 2016, let me share my journey with you, 4 years journey. Then I'll share that secret with you quickly. Watch this. 4 years transformed my life, but I started, something made me to want to seek knowledge, something, and that's the secret I'm going to share with you. And because I sought knowledge, when I saw this business, it was not difficult for me to plug in because I was already knowledgeable. I wasn't saying, is it a Ponzi scheme? I already knew it wasn't a Ponzi scheme. When I started, I didn't give myself 3 months to become rich. I gave myself 5 years to run this business. It wasn't because I had all the 5 years. It was because I was knowledgeable. But what brought the knowledge, I will share with you. You see, I started this business in the first year. I shot up my target from 5 years to 10 years. In other words, I'm going to run this business for 10 years solidly. I won't look left or right until I hit my mark. And my mark is 180 million every month in this business before I branch into any other sector. My vision, my purpose is very clear. Why 185 million? It's very simple. Building an academy that will start from primary school, secondary school, tertiary, that's much later, primary, secondary, catch them young and begin to teach them the principles of the secret I'm about to share with you. And I will not beg a soul for money for that. It is a project from heaven and I have been aligned. Now you need to understand purpose, but before you understand purpose, you must understand that secret. Now here's the deal. The deal is this. This might whet your appetite a little bit. Look at this. Difference, right? Transformation from 4 years. That's me and that's me now. But you see, it wasn't always sweet. It wasn't always glamorous. I started in this office 2016, sharing this office with 3 people in Shalom Plaza, Abuja. And from here, migrated to this office in 2018. My 2017 office, I think it was deleted or something. I was trying to amend this slide, but then there was an office I got, just a cubicle, which was better than the first one. I had my space, but it wasn't really glamorous like that. But then 2018, that's me now. With if you see a flower in any man's office, it means that money is beginning to come. You cannot be making money and be decorating your office with flower. It doesn't make. It goes without saying. But then this was the period. Let me see. Am I on the right slide? Let me see. Okay, yes. Then it was at this point. Hold on a second. Let me be sure that I'm on the right slide, because there's something I just want to whet your appetite a little bit, and once that is done, my mission is accomplished. All right, because sometimes we. Okay, so I have to arrange it properly. Okay, good. So I go back again. This morning is going to help somebody. It may not be everybody, but at least one person. If I can reach one person, I'm done. My assignment here is done. Now look at this. That was my 2017 office, all right? This was where I started, and in 2017 office, I mentioned it, and 2018, I moved here, then 2019, of course, in that 2017, I bought my first car in the business. So it was as if everything was falling in place, right? It was as if I wasn't struggling again. But there was a secret behind that. There was a secret behind that. It was as if I was beginning, what is this guy doing? Now, was I struggling? Yes, it wasn't so easy. It wasn't straightforward, but then the progress was, appreciated. When people were dropping off, I was going up, right? And then, of course, I became top 3 earner in the whole of Abuja, Northern region, and became top 20, all right? And then in 2019, I became top 10 in the whole of Nigeria. And that's my presidential palace, amen? Now let's in retrospect, this is a dude, a guy that could not afford to pay out 3 million in 1 year, worked for 1 year, and yet was not able to pay out 3 million naira debt in just 2011. Ladies and gentlemen, how is it that this same person makes that same 3 million almost every 2 weeks? But it's still the same AIM Global. It's still the same network marketing. It's not oil and gas, nothing else, same business. So what's the difference? But why is it that some of you are doing this business, you've been doing it for like a year, and you're not seeing any remarkable difference? Some of you have been doing it for 6 months, nothing remarkable. Why? But some of you are on the verge of giving up. Because to the extent that I now reach out to celebrities, and I teach them principles on how to engage the new economy. That's when I became top 10. From the streets of despair to a place of Abundance. Mm. All right, because of time, lack of time. All right. I was top 20 in 2018 and I'm top 10 2019, right? And these are just accolades. Apart from the accolades, I've enjoyed travels, series of them. I've been able to raise leaders. I can't even count how many global ambassadors I have right now in my team. And it gives me so much joy that I now have young girls, young boys, some who have not finished school. These guys make up to 800,000 every single month in my team that I'm not directly involved in their mentorship. I've mentored those who mentored those who mentored those who are mentoring them. But then you see, I'm coming to the secret. All right. And the travels are epic. Now I live my life in absolute abundance. But you see, it's not just about me, it's also the privilege that I've been given by God through this business to reach out to lives. This was when we're at that's when we're in Qatar. You see entrepreneur mentor there? If you see what this man did in this place, declared for everybody. Yeah. You know what you mean by declare? Declare for everybody. In hard currency. I said, no, I must be like this when I grow up. Mike has always been phenomenal. Anything he does is a man of sacrifice. Everything, that's his primary assignment. I think it's the primary assignment he has. He has a heart to sacrifice. So when you see people who are succeeding, try to learn what takes them. Don't ask for their glory, ask for their story. And God has blessed me to the extent that I now reach out to people, not just locally, but internationally. Wherever there's a place to give, I try my best to give in the little way I can. Apart from the accolades, apart from the experiences I've had across the world, I've been thinking of and dreaming of, sailing in a yacht, and I did that, last year. And then during COVID-19, we went on an outreach, IDP camps, giving them arms, giving them, it's just terrible scene. And then I began to see purpose on a different angle. But you see, can you give when you don't have? Is it possible? So now here's the as I begin to tie all these things down, you see, this is just to whet your appetite. Oh, okay, somebody says, I need my appetite to be wet, but let me garnish it right now, okay? I'm gonna garnish it. I want you to see this scenario. Now, on the comment section, quickly, write down, what's your dream car? Quickly. What's your dream car? What's your dream car? Just type it quickly. What's your dream car? A Benz, Mercedes, that's not specific. A Porsche, all right. Lincoln Navigator, all right. Bugatti, nice one. G-Wagon, all right. Tundra, who said Tundra? Tundra is a Toyota. Can't be a dream car. Do you know what I just asked? I did not ask what car do you like. I asked, what is your dream car? Dream cars are the cars you see in dreams. You are saying Tundra. Tundra is a Toyota now. Come on, don't do this to yourself. The G-Wagon is okay. Chevrolet Camaro, fantastic, Crystal. A Ferrari, Choma. A Porsche, okay. Yet to be launched. A Dune. You know, go drive this car to you, Dayo. You better launch it yourself. A limo dossier, only you limo, all right. Bugatti, fantastic. A Porsche Panamera, a Lamborghini, a Bentley. Now you guys are talking. A CLA AMG. If it's just ordinary CLA, but with the AMG package, fantastic. Porsche, a Rosa. Now, while I'm saying this, some people are not writing anything. Do you know why? Because they're saying, I can leave all these things. These are material things. I beg. Well, I understand. Actually, they are all material. If you actually believe that they are material things, all right, can I see? Just write it, please, so that I'll help your ministry quickly. If you believe all these things are material things, I just want to help the less privileged, the poor. Please just put it down there, please. All right. Now, I want to help each and every one of you the best way I can, because I'm seeing a lot of Rolls Royces and a lot of Bentleys. So if you honestly think these are material things, I want to agree with you, but just put it down, okay? Somebody says ship. You want to be driving around the ship. I want for you, all right. Lamborghini, right? Lots of Lamborghinis and the Bentleys and the Ferraris and the G-Wagons and the skyscrapers and they are material. Okay, it's a material thing. All right, fantastic. So somebody at one point, when I told the person the kind of car I wanted to drive, it said, in a presentation, and they said that's just a material thing. And then when I launched my BMW and I began to speak about the specs of that BMW, is 125 units in the whole world, and it's V8, it's special edition, and this car has a way of turning the lights, to match up with whatever you're wearing. Let me even go back to that car, because my duty here is to let you know that, do you know that most of us are living a diminished life? Most of us are living a life that God is sick and sad every day when he sees it. He said, this cannot be my child. This cannot be my daughter. Ladies and gentlemen, if you call this a material thing, I agree with you. It is a material thing, but don't say it with enormity and don't say it with contempt. Because you don't have it, don't condemn it as a material thing. Do you know why? Because that keke napep you drove to your office this morning with is made out of a material thing. This one is also made out of a material thing. My brother, I prefer this material, amen? So don't come and tell me it's a material thing, because anything you wear today is made out of a material. We are material human beings, not made out of materials. Am I communicating? We use this material for our own good. It will work for us, and at the same time, it makes us, listen, it makes us appreciate life to the fullest. Do you know that the man who is driving a Lamborghini can die tomorrow and go to heaven, and you that drove only keke in this life can still die and go to hell? So it is not a function of the material, because all these things, who told us this? Let me show you something now. This is where I get a little bit deeper. Now, here's the secret. First of all, remove something from your head by asking yourself the question. The secret is this: who are you? I ask somebody some questions. If I ask you some of this question, some of you will tell me, I am Chinedu, I am a pencil in the hand of God. Those are good. That's not who you are. So let's find out who you are. Because when you find out who you are, you know that you have been living a life of mediocre, and you have to stop it today. First question is this: can a lion give birth to a goat? The answer is no. A lion can't give birth to a goat. Second question: who created you? Who? God. Who is God? Who is God? Who is God? Simple definition. Who is God? Somebody say Indaboski. Yes, God is a creator, right? If God is a creator and God created you, who are you? Simple. God bless you, Emmanuel. God bless you, Chioma. God bless you, Ogo. That's who you are. That's all. If God created you and God is a creator, it means that you are a creator. You cannot afford to lack on earth. God is a creator. In other words, if you don't have anything, you have the capacity to create it. If you don't have money, you have the capacity to create it. Now, what made me, now let me go back now, are you beginning to tie the dots? What made me, when I answered that question by revelation, at some point, Mike met me and he saw somebody I was hanging out with. He said, as if by premonition, he called me and said, nefo, you have a great future in front of you. This cannot be someone you can roll with. This same Mike here, I will never forget that day. I will never forget that day. When you think based on who you are, you think big. And that is why when I bought my car, I did not buy because of what people are saying. I bought because of who I am. I'm a creator and I create my experience. I create my success. I create, if people say this is not working, that was why when I entered this business, I could not accept no for an answer. No, sir, because I'm a creator. If it fails, I'll create another way and make it happen. Why? Because I'm a creator, not because I'm a person. No. Don't use that definition. That is not the definition. The definition of who you are is your creator, period. And guess what? Whether they move you from Abuja to Afghanistan, you're a creator. Whether they move you from a slum in Abaji, a slum in Ajokuta, into the House of Commons, you are a creator. The day you know you're a creator, you stop failing. Creators don't fail, they create successes. Even when you think they have fallen, while in the pit, they begin to think. Creators think. Am I communicating? You cannot think and fail. When you think, especially constructive thoughts, it crystallizes into something powerful. Now, guess what? When I understood that I'm a creator, I began to read books that borders on principles so that I can create my own experience. What I live today is my experience. Excuse me, I want you to do something for me quickly. I want you to watch this video and I want you to envision yourself. In that car you said you want to drive, envision yourself. Come on now. And I want to prove to you, you don't need to be an oil and gas worker. You don't need to be, no, you don't need to be Dangote. Or you are already living in abundance, but then the manifestation will come when you realize that you're a creator. I want you to see this quickly. Where is this? Where is this? Now I want you to see this. I want to push it up on the screen. There you go. Push it up on the screen. Before I go now, I'm tidying up. I'm tidying up. Aha. There you go. So I'm going to share the screen quickly as I begin to round up. Can you see this? Can you see the screen? Can you see what's on your screen? Can you come on? I need a response, then I conclude. Okay, you can't see there's a car on your screen. All right, let me do it properly. Let me do it properly. Fantastic. There you go. Watch this, watch this. I want you to envision this. Nothing like part payment. Nothing like I will pay you in installments. One off. Somebody who couldn't afford 3 million. Somebody who couldn't afford 3 million in a whole year. Envision yourself stepping down from your Ferrari, your Lamborghini, your G-Wagon, whatever it is. Do you know what? Because you can create that experience in your life. But whenever a child of God is speaking about creativity, God in his infinite mercy will orchestrate the universe to bring the tools you need to create the experience you want. That was why God brought you into this fold. This fold is the tool that you would use to create the experience you so deserve in life. Is it the experience of abundance? This is the tool. Is this the experience of empowerment? This is the tool. Is it the experience of reaching out? This is the tool. But you can never appreciate this tool if you still don't see yourself as a creator. Now, let me shock you. Gone are those days that you begin to think, oh, this thing is happening to me. You are now feeling Excuse me, if you complain too much, I ask you one question. Is it the devil that created you? Why are you complaining? Get off that nonsense complaint and enter into your destiny as a creator. I'm not here to palliate anybody. I'm not here to massage anybody's ego. Enough is enough. Somebody started this business today, a business that can deliver you and your whole generation, and 2 months down the line, you quit. That devil is a liar. Have you seen that the reason people quit is not because they want less, but because they lack the knowledge of who they are? You are not Ikenna, you're not Okechukwu, you are not Abdul, you are a creator. Whether you agree or not, that's who you are. And once you agree and accept that that's who you are, you begin to initiate the powerful tool that God has given you, which is the mind. And once your mind is engaged in the place of creativity, you can never lack. And guess what? Life will be a life of fulfillment. The reason people suffer of depression is because they live a life of competition. No, sir, that is the wrong life to live. Live the life you need to live is the life of what? Creativity. That is the only time you have fulfillment. Can you imagine how a mother feels when she births a baby? In her mind, I've created something. Do you see that joy that comes? It is to tell you something, that joy comes when you become creative. That is the only, not when you make money, no. When you become creative. You see, joy comes when you create leaders. My goodness. Joy and fulfillment comes when you create millionaires. The problem is you want to be a millionaire. Error. The need you need to have is to create. When you create successful people, you become successful. However, you need to be successful first, right? So you need to work on this. Everything you have that is detrimental to your destiny, cut it off. I'm going to close with this picture. I saw it on social media this morning, social media group. This morning, I was flabbergasted, and I said, I'm going to show it to you guys. This is the dangerous picture, and you must disconnect yourself from anything that suggests poverty in your life or lack. Look at this quickly. Some of you saw this. A picture of somebody standing on top of a large pile of money, and they wrote, too much money blocks your vision of life. And then somebody who's standing on books, and then they wrote, education alone gives you a limited view. And then somebody who has a better view, that means education and money puts you on a balance to life. And then a life without education, that is the person standing on the floor, meaning that he's no education, no money. A life without education leaves you in the dark. But here's the challenge I have with this rubbish illustration. Why would you put stack of money there and say too much money blocks your vision? So Jeff Bezos, his vision is blocked. This script, whoever created this illustration is not a creator. He's working from a place of what? Lack. He is afraid of money. So he's illustrating that fear on this. And some of you will run with this and you will agree, yes, I don't need too much money. Who says that you don't need too much money? That's the devil speaking. Jeff Bezos, who has too much, do you know the change is causing in his own dimension? But guess what? That's same too much money that somebody calls himself, what's his name now? Bill Gates, who has that. Do you know, have you heard what they say he's doing with all this vaccine? Is it not the same too much money? And you that don't have the money will be under the anointing. May God continue to punish the devil to the end of time. As long as God gives me breath, I will live out the true meaning of my creed. And that is my challenge to each and every one of you here. If you want to change your life, find out who you are. But you see, I have made it very simple for you. You don't need to find out anymore. You need to begin to walk in the dimension of who you are. And what dimension is that, ladies and gentlemen? That is the dimension of creativity, because that's who you are. You are a creator, and you live as a creator. God bless you. Thank you, guys. Mike, my time is done.
Wow.
And I hope you got value.
Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I told you guys to grab your seatbelts. I told you guys to grab your seatbelt. Thank you so much, Ambassador Nefo. Thank you so much you just blew the top. I mean, if this does not change you, sorry, I don't know. In fact, if this meeting doesn't change your mindset, I'm sorry. I don't know what can change it. Thanks so much. I want us to all give a round of sounding ovation and thank Ambassador Nefo. He had to leave. Listen to me. He had to leave his sound meeting to be here. He had to leave his power sound meeting to be here. He had to sacrifice being in his sound meeting to be here. Thank you so much. Please, I need us to thank him. And I'm going to say this for those of us that don't know, the person that just spoke to you is not earning 6 million naira monthly as at now. He's not earning 7 million naira monthly. He's not earning 10 million naira monthly. He's not even earning 13 million naira monthly as at now. Your guess is as good as mine. So it's a pleasure to have you. And I'm sure that these words will burn in the hearts of all of us who have heard it as long as we live. Thank you so much. And God bless you. Thank you.
God bless you guys.
Yeah. All right. I don't think there's any other thing that needs to be said that has not been said. I think if you're waiting for something else, I'm not sure is there you want to have it anymore. So I think we should just the anchor person should just round up the meeting, and that's what I'm just gonna say. Please round up the meeting and let's have a nice day. A word is enough for the wise. If you leave this meeting, let me tell you something. You need to understand. It was better you did not hear this than you hear it and you're poor. It was better and nobody even told you this than somebody opened them and told you this and you end up broke. Posterity will judge you. History and posterity will come together and judge you. All right, I hand over the meeting to the anchor person.
Thank you so much, Ambassador.
And let's have a great day. Tomorrow is another great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. This morning has been filled with wisdom. I mean, one of my downlines just chatted me up that he's in a very messy area and his network is shitty. He can't really be steady at cell meeting. And I put this emoji of my hand on my head. I'm like, I gave him the option of going back to Facebook because it is currently being recorded. For people that had network issues, you can go back on Facebook and watch this particular episode of Cell Meeting. It was mind-blowing. It was amazing. And honestly, Ambassador Nefo, you are just, in fact, success is written all over you, just like Ambassador. I mean, they said, show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. These are the people you surround yourself with is very, very important. And just like I'm very close to the office or something, I'm telling myself, maybe before the end of the year, I should be doing so well, right? Because success is everywhere. So it's automatically supposed to rub off on me. Just like you, if your leader is doing well and you're also putting in all the activities and everything you're told to do in cell meeting, it should automatically also rub off on you. Okay. So there's 12 p.m. briefing today in the office, and there's also 5 p.m. briefing online. All right. So invite massively. I hope we're all preparing for our massive action of recruiting 20 in 30 days coming up very soon. And Team Alpha, all members of Alpha team, and also Team Cresco, you'll be having your SMO checklist week 3 review on Thursday. I'm announcing it from today now on Thursday. So please get ready. If you've not completed your activity for week 2, generating 100 name contact list, please do so and send to me. Okay. Thank you so much. Any other leader has anything to say? If not, we'll put the meeting to a close. Mr. John? Mr. John?
Yeah. No, everything has been said. Just let us go to get to work.
All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. The meeting has officially come to a close. Thank you.